Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Fever, Sky coming up. WNBA season opener for both teams. There's always extra hype when they play. It's fireworks whenever these two teams meet up.
There's a storm brewing in the WNBA, and no, it's not just about two rising stars clashing on the court. This is something bigger, something louder, something more permanent. Caitlin Clark isn't just entering her second season with the Indiana Fever. She's orchestrating a takeover. And Angel Reese? She's not a rival, she's just in the way.
I just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Fever shared this video and you can see Caitlin Clark making a ridiculous shot from the corner. So just yet another meme created by Caitlin Clark. This used to be associated with Michael Jordan. Now it's associated with Caitlin Clark because everyone who tries to guard Cece winds up doing this.
With the season opener looming, the hype machine is in overdrive. But strip away the media soundbites, the recycled college drama, and the social media noise, and what you're left with is this. A laser-focused Clark, honed by an off-season of brutal preparation, facing off against a Chicago Sky team still trying to find its rhythm. This isn't about payback or petty beef. It's about power. And Caitlin Clark is ready to seize it. It started with a video, innocent enough, a behind-the-scenes clip from Fever practice. But within minutes of hitting social media, it detonated. In the clip, Clark buries a corner three with a casual fadeaway that looked more like a cinematic highlight than a training session. Her defender, left standing, hands on her head, in complete disbelief. And just like that, a new meme was born. The Caitlin shrug.
I don't know if the Sky have the horses to keep up with the Fever. We've seen variety of scoring around Caitlin Clark, so I think their firepower will be just too much.
What made the clip so explosive wasn't just the shot itself, it was the message. Clark didn't just make the basket. She made it look effortless, inevitable. The kind of play that tells fans, teammates, and rivals alike, I'm not here for the lights, I am the light. Within hours, it racked up over 100,000 views and got reposted by everyone from ESPN to local radio. It wasn't just viral, it was viral with teeth. Because this wasn't just a cool moment, it was a warning.
The Indiana Fever posted this on their Twitter page today. They said that Caitlin Clark to Michaela Timpson connection. So it seems like they are excited about this rookie. I could actually see her eventually getting more playing time than Brianna Turner. They're going to need somebody like that who can run the floor, play defense, catch those passes from Caitlin Clark.
Michaela Timpson, 18 pick in the draft, came out balling. She was a steal in the draft. She's definitely looking like she is going to be a big part of the future.
So Michaela Timpson makes the final squad. Of course, Timpson has those physical attributes that you can't teach and brings a good attitude to the floor clearly as well.
What's happening in Indiana isn't just preseason buzz, it's a transformation. Clark has turned every practice into a battle drill, every scrimmage into a statement. She's not out there playing cute for highlight reels. She's diving, leading, and pushing, like every session is Game 7 of the finals. The Fever have responded accordingly, shifting their practices to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and Clark responded by turning the entire arena into her private laboratory.
Caitlin Clark played a ton of minutes last year. There were some games that she didn't even sit out. She's going to play a significant amount of minutes, probably over 30 minutes a game at least, and she wants to do that.
And the experiments? They're working. With seasoned vets like Natasha Howard and Dewana Bonner joining the mix, and younger talents like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston evolving into battle-tested soldiers, the chemistry is tangible. These aren't just teammates anymore, they're co-conspirators. And Clark is the mastermind pulling every string with pinpoint vision and jaw-dropping execution. Even new additions like Sydney Colson and the underrated Sydney Parrish are finding rhythm in Clark's chaos.
Look like some footage has emerged of Caitlin Clark going off in practice. Come on. Fever currently got a couple injuries on the team. We got Sophie Cunningham, who's dealing with injury. We got Dances, who's dealing with injury. But that is not stopping from releasing some dope content. Yes, they're letting us know how sharp Caitlin Clark is.
While most of the headlines are dominated by Clark, real fans know another name they need to watch: Michaela Timpson. Taken 18th in the draft, the rookie came in with low expectations, but left training camp with a spot on the final roster, and the respect of the entire squad. Timpson is fast, physical, and focused, the kind of player that thrives under the radar until she's dunking on it.
Caitlin Clark is shooting further than she was. Further. I didn't think that was possible, but she's doing that. And she's also got her teammates. Leah Boston's with her. Kelsey Mitchell's with her. There's some new faces. DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, both WNBA champions. Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, another WNBA champion, and also veterans.
But here's the kicker. Her chemistry with Clark is instant. In one clip, Caitlin delivers a no-look laser to Timpson on a fast break that had fans gasping. It looked like they'd been playing together for years. That's not coincidence. That's connection. And that kind of synchronicity between a rookie and a sophomore leader, it's dangerous. It's also why Timpson might just see more minutes than some of the veterans this season. She's not just filler, she's fuel.
Lexi Hulls also quoted Caitlin has a different aura going into this season. It revealed that she was taking creatine. That's why you see that brolic frame from Caitlin Clark.
There's a reason Clark looks different this season. And it's not just the improved jumper. Word started circulating in the offseason. Caitlin's been in the lab. Creatine rumors, bulking up, early morning training sessions. Turns out they're all true. She didn't rest after her rookie year. She rebuilt. Stronger core, sharper cuts, quicker recovery. Her new physique isn't for looks. It's armor for what's coming.
I do believe that the sky will be much improved, and Fever coach Stephanie White talked about keeping them off the boards.
Caitlin Clark looked better than ever.
And let's be real, she needed it. The WNBA is brutal. She was fouled, hacked, bodied, played like a piñata in her first season. But she didn't whine. She worked. And now, the player who once looked like a rookie phenom has leveled up into something scarier. A seasoned general with a killer instinct. According to team insiders, she's logging 30-plus minutes with ease, absorbing contact like it's background noise, and still managing to outpace her defenders in both brain and body. This isn't growth, it's evolution.
Sophie Cunningham didn't participate in the open portion of practice today, but she's putting up shots post-practice. It is still unclear if she will play in the Indiana Fever's season opener against the Chicago Sky. Yes, it's a season opener. They want to win their first game. And if there's anything that could aggravate her ankle anymore by playing her in this game, in a game that is probably going to be very physical, I honestly wouldn't mind if she sat out. I think the team can still win.
You know, again, it's a long season, so whatever the trainers tell me she's available to do, we'll work it in. Obviously, she's a huge part of what we do.
And now let's talk about Angel Reese. Yes, she's physical. Yes, she's a rebounding machine. But as Chicago's front court now centers around the towering Camila Cardoso, Reese is no longer the top dog on her own team. And that's a problem. Because in this league, you don't rise by barking. You rise by producing. And Clark? She's doing both.
We saw for the most part when Caitlin's not on the floor, Sophie seems to be that backup point guard, even though that's not her true position, but she did play backup point guard in college. Offense is just going to look a little bit different when Caitlin's not on the floor, but I don't expect her to be off the court.
While Reese is still struggling to stretch her game beyond the paint, Clark is orchestrating offenses from 30 feet out. Angel has hustle, but Clark has vision, poise, and a complete toolkit. One is muscle, the other is magic. And when these two collide in the opener, it won't just be a battle of wills. It'll be a contrast in basketball IQ, polish, and poise under pressure. Reese might flex, but Clark finishes.
Isaiah Thomas, he is out here talking about Caitlin Clark and Tyrese Halliburton. And this is what he said. When he walked in, I said, he's walking in like Caitlin Clark. This is a Caitlin Clark type of game. Spreading the floor right, shooting it from way out there. I think Halliburton is watching Caitlin. I see a lot of her game in his game right now. What I think is the craziest thing about this, though, he's walking in like Caitlin Clark. That might be one of the craziest statements I have ever heard about an NBA player.
Let's clear the air. This rivalry between Clark and Reese? It's media fiction. Sure, they had their viral moment in college, a finger point here, a stare down there, but rivalries require parity, and Caitlin's already lapped Angel twice over. The real drama? It's how long Reese can keep up, not whether she can catch up.
Angel Reese, preseason, part 2, let's get it! What they say about layups, harder than nuclear physics. Bang! She's a point forward now, and nobody's more excited than opposing defenses. Time for the vintage underhand scoopity shot from 3 feet. Yep, there it is. Bang!
Every headline frames it like Allie versus Frazier. But in reality, it's a one-woman show with Clark in the spotlight and Reese chasing echoes. The WNBA isn't feeding off this rivalry because it's real. It's feeding off it because it's entertaining. But don't mistake noise for substance. Clark is already shaping her team, recruiting talent, and calling plays. Reese is still trying to find her jump shot. That's not a rivalry, that's a hierarchy.
Out to McDonald's, sponsoring the first ever fry cook in the WNBA. Bag work is off the dollar menu, man. What is this junk? Bang! Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And most importantly, Mother Teresa, Mother Nature, and Mother 2. I'm watching because of me too. Bang! Did you know a croissant's most important ingredient is butter? Yes, butter. Butter. Butter pecan. Bang!
When the Fever and Sky tip off, it won't just be a battle between two teams. It'll be a referendum on leadership, on development, on who really deserves the crown everyone keeps talking about. Clark will be playing 35-plus minutes, directing traffic, lifting rookies, and shouldering expectations with grace. Meanwhile, Reese will be crashing boards and hoping to stay in the game long enough to matter.
The roster is down to 11, and rookie Michaela Timpson gets that last spot.
Fever are set at 11 for now. It was pretty obvious they were going to keep Timpson. Fever only going into the season with 11 players. They're a versatile team. They can go bigger.
Caitlin Clark is going to have to play heavy minutes. You can tell the difference when she's in the game versus when she's not in the game. They don't play with the same speed.
And while Sophie Cunningham's ankle injury leaves Indiana a bit short-handed, don't be fooled. The system runs through Clark. When she's on the court, everything clicks. When she's off, the drop-off is noticeable. That's what makes her different. She's not just the leading scorer, she's the conductor of the orchestra. And when it's time for the encore, you know who's holding the baton.
New head coach Tyler Marsh is busy installing a different vision for Chicago's offense. The Sky plan to use second-year power forward Angel Reese much differently than how she was deployed in her rookie season.
Let's zoom out. This isn't just another early season game. It's a window into the future of the league. Clark isn't just the face of Indiana. She's becoming the face of the W. And every viral clip, every buzzer beater, every Caitlin shrug only cements that. She's a draw, a disruptor, a dynasty in motion.
The Chicago Sky's offense will no longer run through Kennedy Carter. Carter averaged 17.4 points per game in 2024, leading the Sky in scoring. Interesting. It should lead straight through, I believe she's what, 6'6"? Camila Cardoso down in the paint. That's who it should lead through. That's who it better lead through.
And the Fever? They've quietly assembled a unit that's deep, balanced, and hungry. With scorers like Kelsey Mitchell, anchors like Aaliyah Boston, and versatile wings like Lexi Hull and Timpson, they're not just serviceable, they're dangerous. The Sky may have bulked up, but Indiana has built something smarter. With Clark at the helm, this isn't just a team. It's a machine.
The final roster: Bonner, Boston, Clark, Colson, Cunningham, Dantas, Howard, Hull, Mitchell, Timpson, Turner. That's 11.
This is the final roster. I think it's a good team.
So when that ball goes up, don't call it a rivalry. Call it a revelation. Clark isn't here to share the spotlight. She's here to rewrite the script entirely. Angel Reese might bark louder, but Caitlin Clark bites with precision. This isn't a game. It's a message. To the haters, the doubters, the trolls, it's her saying, I'm not here for the moment. I am the moment.
We're not here to chase greatness. We're here to claim it. Our ambitions don't fit into headlines or highlight reels. So if you thought we arrived,
2 more for Boston.
now you know. We're not here for the moment. We're here for the takeover.
Legacy is being written in real time. And while some are still figuring out the alphabet, Clark's already authoring chapters. If you're rolling with Caitlin and the Fever, drop a big "I've got the fever" in the comments. The takeover isn't coming, it's already here. And the rest of the league? They're just trying to keep up.